This is Radio Nepal. I am Dila Prasai with the news. The headlines first. President Bidyadevi Bhandari begins preparations for calling parties to form new government after receiving election results. Prime Minister Sherbadu Deuba directs newly elected Nepali Congress lawmakers to play effective role in Parliament. Election Commission submits November 20 election result reports to all 7 province chiefs. And top Iran actress who supported anti-government protest in Iran arrested. Now the news in detail. President Bidyadevi Bhandari has started preparations for calling the parties to come with a majority to form a new government. Chief Personal Secretary of the President, Dr. Bhais Raj Adhikari, said the President started consultations with concerned stakeholders after the Election Commission submitted the election results. He added that the President might call the parties for the formation of the government once the office resumes. Prime Minister and President of the Nepali Congress, Sherbadu Deuba, has directed the lawmakers elected from the Nepali Congress to play effective roles in the Parliament. At a reception in Balwatar yesterday, Prime Minister Deuba also discussed the matters of forming a new government. At an interaction program yesterday, the Congress lawmakers suggested forming a government led by the Nepali Congress as the party emerged as the largest party from the election. They also suggested keeping the current coalition intact. Talking to media persons after the interactions, Communication and Information Technology Minister Gyanendra Bahadur Karki said the next move in power sharing would be held in a meeting of coalition partners. He, however, said the party would keep the prime ministerial post to itself. The Election Commission submitted reports of election results of the November 20th election to the province chiefs of the respective provinces yesterday. The Chief Election Commissioner, election commissioners, secretaries and assistant secretaries reached the provincial capitals and submitted the election results to the province chiefs. Assistant spokesperson of the Commission, Kamal Bhattrai, said the province-wise results were unveiled in the province capitals organizing press meetings. Prime Minister Sherbadu Deuba has said the local level government is the foundational and close government to the people. Addressing the 104th anniversary function of the Lalitpur metropolitan city yesterday, Prime Minister Deuba underscored the need for the local government to work accountably and transparently to fulfill the people's aspirations of development. Prime Minister Deuba reminded that Lalitpur metropolitan city bears a glorious history with a unique identity. The head of the government also urged the city dwellers and their representatives to retain religious, cultural and historical value of Lalitpur. The Nepali Congress Central Work Execution Committee meeting is to be held today. Party Office Chief Secretary Krishna Prasad Paudel said the Central Work Execution Committee members have been called for the meeting today at 3 p.m. The meeting will take place at party headquarters in Sanepa. With the decreasing cases of coronavirus infection in the country of late, the import of vaccine against coronavirus has stopped. Chief of Department of Health Services Supply Management Section, Dr. Surendra Chaurasia, said coronavirus infection rate was below 1% in the country. The country recorded no cases of coronavirus in course of conducting 846 tests on December 16. The 10th edition of Nepal Human Rights International Film Festival is going to be held from December 18 to 21. The festival is being organized by the Human Rights Film Center with the objective of promoting social justice and human rights. The festival is being held under the theme of climate change and environmental justice. A total of 64 films from 25 countries, including Nepal, will be screened at the festival. U.S. Ambassador to Nepal, Dean R. Thompson, has said U.S. government has been providing special support for Nepal's economic prosperity. The U.S. ambassador has shared that main priority has been given to education, health, agriculture and environment through different projects for overall development of Nepal. Ambassador Thompson, who went to Nepalganj in course of visit to the western part of Nepal, said that preparation was underway to bring special programs of information technology and English language in Nepal. He added that he found different U.S.-funded programs running in Nepal had made good changes in the community. The U.S. ambassador further said such programs had helped more to the marginalized and minority community. At least 11 people sustained injuries in a Bolero jeep accident at Umakunda Rural Municipality 7, Vuzi of Ramethap district yesterday afternoon. Deputy Superintendent of Police DSP at the District Police Office Ramechhap, Rajkumar Thing, informed that 3 among the injured were critical. He informed that the jeep en route to Umakanda 7, Abhuza from Likhu Tamakosi Rural Municipality 1, Duragaon, met with an accident at Ekrate Pahiro. The jeep had lost its control and fell down some 50 meters off the road. Police said those critically injured were airlifted to Kathmandu for further treatment. Other injured are being treated at the local hospital. You're listening to Radio Nepal 8 AM English News Bulletin. We continue with the international updates now. Russian President Vladimir Putin has met his military chiefs on the same day. His forces launched another wave of missiles at Ukraine's infrastructure. Putin spent most of Friday at the headquarters of the special military operation, discussing ideas for what Russia's next move should be. It comes as some Ukrainian military officials claimed Russia was planning an offensive perhaps early next year. Russian attacks on Ukraine's power grid have plunged millions into darkness. A record number of firearms were confiscated from U.S. airport passengers in 2022. A total of 6,301 guns were taken at checkpoints as of mid-December, and those 88% were still loaded. The Transportation Security Administration said it expects to confiscate 6,600 guns by year's end, a 10% increase over 2021's record level. The agency said guns brought to airport consume significant resources and is very costly for the passenger. The number of guns found surpasses the previous record from June last year, when 5,972 firearms were detected. Iranian authorities have arrested one of the country's best-known actresses after she expressed solidarity with anti-government demonstrators. Taraneh Alidosti was detained on charges of spreading falsehoods about the protest movement that has gripped the country, the state media of Iran said. According to the BBC, in an Instagram post last week, she condemned the execution of a man over his involvement with the protests. Alidosti is best known for her role in the Oscar-winning film The Salesman. In a post, the 38-year-old took aim at some international organizations for not speaking out against the execution of Mohsen Sekhari. We take you to the FIFA updates now. Argentina and France are playing football against each other in the final match of the World Cup 2022, which is underway in Qatar. Both Argentina and France have won the World Cup twice in their history, in 1978 and 19 1986 won by Argentina and 1998 and 2018 by the France. Meanwhile, Croatia has defeated Morocco with 2-1 goal difference to claim third position in the 2022 World Cup in Qatar yesterday. Now the general weather forecast for the country for today. Forecasting division says the weather is likely to be partly to generally cloudy in the hilly regions of Province 1, Bagmati Province, Gandaki Province and Lumbini Province, and mainly fair in the rest of the country. Light rain is likely to occur at one or two places of hilly region of Province 1 and Gandaki Province. Chances of light snowfall at some places of the eastern and central high mountainous regions. Kathmandu's weather report now. Maximum temperature of 19.2 degrees Celsius and minimum temperature of 7.7 degrees Celsius. With this news, we have come to the end of this bulletin. But before we wrap up the headlines once again. President Vidyadevi Bhandari begins preparations for calling parties to form new government after receiving election results. Prime Minister Sherbadu Deoba directs newly elected Nepali Congress lawmakers to play effective role in the parliament. Election Commission submits a November 20 election result reports to all 7 province chiefs. And top Iran actress who supported anti-government protest in Iran arrested. Well, that's all that we have for this edition. Our next English news edition is at 2 in the afternoon. You can also listen to us online at our website www.radionepal.gov.np for more news and online programs. Stay tuned, stay safe and have a good day.